Welcome to ISTV English News for top stories. Even as Joint Committee on ILP Systems is shouting hoarse not to sell land to outsiders, affluent company from outside is trying to buy land in Manipur to construct apartment buildings. Now the news in detail. Even as the Joint Committee on Inland Permit System has been spearheading a movement to implement inland permit system in Manipur to protect the indigenous people and not to sell land to anyone from outside the state, a Delhi-based affluent company has reportedly taken up surreptitious steps to buy land in the state with the intention of constructing apartment buildings. According to reports received by the ISTV News, certain companies from outside the state have recently taken up steps to start real estate business by purchasing land in Manipur and construct apartment buildings to be sold to people who can afford to buy, especially to businessmen who come from outside. In this regard, as a beginning, a particular company well familiar with the real estate business has appointed 2 local men to search for estate in the state. The 2 local men are reportedly looking at estate not very far from the state capital city. In comparison with other metropolitan cities, the price of real estate in Manipur is quite low. If the outside company can get land, they can sell the land at any price they want. As the local people would not need the apartments, the company's main plan is to sell them to people who come from outside the state. Reports pointed out that the company is making the move of investing in the real estate business in Manipur, considering the near possibility of the Trans-Asian Highway that would pass through the state, and also the railway transport that would be reaching Manipur in a few years from now. If the venture is successful, it may become an easy way for a number of outsiders to stay in Manipur, observers feel. On the other hand, people of some communities have purchased land from Meiteis at quite a high price near Langol Hill and other hills in the valley and started inhabiting in large numbers of the same community, giving a new name to the so-called village or the new area. Thus, even vast westland or meadows near Langol Hill or any hill elsewhere had been occupied by people of some communities, giving a new name to the area. It is also highly questionable how the estate that was not registered in the revenue department had been sold and purchased at high price. In this regard, no action has been seen taken up by the authority concerned till date. It is worth recalling that during an inspection visit to the areas around Langol Hill some time back, Chief Minister O. Ibobi had warned those who were illegally occupying the unregistered land in and around Langol Hill to vacate their occupancy voluntarily. But till now, no one has been reported vacating his or her home. A one-day training workshop on documentation, rapid assessment and promotion of local health traditions of Manipur, organized by Apunba Manipur Maiba Maibi Furup, was held at the Traditional Healing Center at National Game Village Road, Lamphel Park today. President of the Furup, N. Tombiras, Maiba L. Ibotombi and many other Maibas and Maibis took part in the workshop. In his speech, Tombiras said, since time immemorial, traditional healing has been used by our Maibas and Maibis, but the tradition has diminished in this scientific age. However, people have begun to keep faith in the traditional healing. On the other hand, in the past, Maibas and Maibis did not disclose and explain the secrets about the medicine to their followers or anybody else. This mentality must be stopped. He further said, the Furup is trying to take patent for 2 medicines which can cure cancer and 1 medicine which can cure gout from the authority concerned, and is planning to undertake further research for various medicines in the state.
노인을 딱 투옥다가 아주 노이 브랜다 아주 내려가기 노인을 시금을 감다 마이 파라 마이 짜그래 아주 가람도 나사는 수수수다 이런데 노인을 아무거나 딱 보험래 하이나 그거나 하이들이 마세 딱 보험 돈이
Kongba Ketri Lekai Development Committee, residents of the same Lekai, along with the local MLA T.H. Bishwajit today, jointly cleaned the river bed of Kongba River at the point of Madan Mohan Kongba today. Speaking to media persons, Joint Secretary of the committee R.K. Mangisana said the riverbed of the Kongba River is getting shallower day by day. Besides, in rainy season, the water overflowed from the river causes artificial flood in the areas. The main objective of organizing the cleaning of the riverbed is to protect the local residents from such artificial floods. This rainy season, the residents will get some relief from the artificial flood, he added. He also thanked MLA Bishwajit for extending help in cash and kind for cleaning the bed of Kongba River. The Joint Action Committee has accepted the dead body of Muhammad Luqman and performed his last rites today. A large number of people, including the members of the JSC and representatives of civil society organizations, gathered around the mortuary of Rims from early morning today and had post-mortem performed on the body. After the medico-legal procedure, the body was taken in a procession to Taubal Moising. Chairman of the JSC, Ali Hussain, said no settlement of any kind was brought between the government and the JSC for accepting the dead body. The decision to accept the body and perform the last rites was arrived at the meeting of the JSC. The fact that Chief Minister Oibobi, who incidentally is the MLA of the constituency, has not bothered to inquire of the death or express anything about it is highly disappointing. Moreover, releasing 3 persons involved in the killing of Luqman after arresting them is also condemnable. The JSC regrets the unwanted incidents that occurred during the general strike called in connection with the death of Luqman. The agitation launched by the JSC has been withdrawn from last night, he said.
तसेंग हारबद मसी गवर्नमेंट की साइड की करिगुम हिरम अमतत अखोय यान करिगुम पॉइंट अमबो लेते अदुग गवर्नमेंट अखोय दसु वरी सानबगी तंजा तसेंग अखोय द वरी साननबगी दम कन्न ngरang दगी प्रेशर तौजरे अदुबो मदुगी पोर्ट अखोय एक्सेप्ट तौदबग लोइना मरम दि मतम साना माकी लोकल एरिया त थोक थौदो अमबो करिगुम बा वहंग पहंग अमबो तौरखिदबना मरम ओरगा जेसीगी मकेदगी मदुगी कमेल द अखोयना ताखिदबनी अदुगा महाकी एनी अवाना तारप कम्पेन्सेशन की थाकता अखोय खुलदा महाकी अवाना तारब इमुंगदा अखोय खुलगी ओइबा लेकाइगी ओइबा डोनेशन अंगम मतेंग तौरग महाकी अंगम मतेंग जु तौबा हाइनो सुलेपनरे.
The second Augury blood donation camp with the theme Saving for Better Tomorrow, or jointly organized by Caesar Hospitals, Rims, Janims and Lions Club of Imphal City, was held at the auditorium of Government Polytechnic, Dialbad today. President of the Lions Club, Dr. K. Gopal, Director of NIT, Dr. S. Birendra, Registrar R.K. Lalit, Dr. Surjit of Blood Bank, Janims, C. Razmani, MO in charge of Caesar Hospitals, are the main guests at the inaugural function of the camp. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Gopal said altogether 250 persons, including staffs and students of the institute, were expected to donate blood during the camp. He further said the participation of blood donors is higher than last year. It is indeed a good sign. Some nutritional valued foods were also distributed to the donors by the organizers during the camp. President of All Manipur Working Journalists Union Amju, Wangkemsa Samja, has affirmed that film is the big media and plays an immense role in bringing new changes and guides the people in the right direction into society. He said this during the premiere show of Salam Creations' first Manipuri digital film of Khamba Salam, Silaima, at the Bhagyachandra Open Air Theatre yesterday. The company dedicated the film to the late parents of Salam Dol Singh and Salam Ombi Chaubilaima. General Secretary of ISTV Network, B.K. Maitei, President of Directors Guild, P. Prafulo, sat on the dais as the main guests. Suras, Sonia, Kaiku, Abenao, Olen and many renowned artists are taking part as the lead roles. Speaking on the occasion, President of Directors Guild, P. Prafulo, said the entry of the new company Salam Creation into the film world is a good sign. It will help in producing more talented artists in Manipuri cinema. He also wished for the grand success of the film and hoped for more production of good films from the company in future. In his speech, Secretary of ISTV B.K. Meitei said, "It is indeed a pride of the state that Manipur is in #1 in producing digital films in the northeastern states." He further said, "Good and quality films are the need of the hour. Films which are valuable to the society and can promote our unique art and culture must be tried by the filmmakers," he appealed. Besides, the initiative taken up by the government in order to establish a film institute in the state is highly condemnable. Wangkhemsa Shamjai said, "A good film can lead a society to the right direction or vice versa." He appealed to the filmmakers to produce good quality films which can bring about a developed society in the downtrodden state of Manipur. Besides, good films are need of the hour which are useful not only to the people but also to the society. On the other hand, Samjai further appealed to the people to keep from the habit of illegal copying of newly released films, which could be a great loss to the film company. He also hoped that the film released today will be a grand success.
mayam punamoksing asina putapaba retapi kudo message pigedaba manipuri akoi future generation udar naron se akoi ki culture lehenaba akoi tradition akoi culture arts lukadaba adu ko chotraba manipur se kamana akoi ki chakot pila bida pusila kadege haibani se ko mayam punamokta put thabiraga ibirapa adu gaiseri adu gutti yamna tele leraba artist adu bichu kilamda like manipur se like leba hebra chuni.
Now the national and international news. The 18th round of talks between the special representatives of India and China is underway on the border dispute in New Delhi. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, who was appointed special representative last November, is leading the Indian delegation. This is for the first time that the government will engage with China on the border issue after China's President Xi Jinping's visit in New Delhi last year. Chinese State Councillor Yang Jiechi, who is leading the Chinese delegation, is likely to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval tomorrow on the sidelines of the meeting. The talks come a year after the last round of special representative talks and 6 months after Mr. Modi had raised serious concern about incidents of transgression along the India-China border which had overshadowed the Chinese president's visit to New Delhi last year. Facing pressure from all quarters in the death case of Indian Administrative Service Officer D.K. Ravi, the Karnataka government on Monday agreed to a prop by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Speaking in the Assembly, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddharamaiah said that nobody's death should not be politicized. While the opposition parties welcomed the CBI prop, they also claimed that the government wasted 1 week by not taking the decision earlier. Known for his tongue-in-cheek comments, Rashtriya Janata Dal RJD chief Lalu Prasad has stirred a controversy by supporting the large-scale cheating during Class 10 board exams in Bihar recently. Backing cheating in exams, Lalu said he would have given students books to cheat openly. People were climbing like lizards in such a big building. In RJD's rule, we would have ourselves given them books to cheat. His statement comes even as the Human Resource Development Ministry has sought a report from the Bihar government on the issue. After coming under fire from various quarters, Chandigarh Municipal Corporation on Monday removed hoardings having pictures of US Army men instead of Indian Army soldiers. The Municipal Corporation committed a major faux pas as it has put up photographs of the US Army personnel instead of Indian Army soldiers in its hoardings commemorating Martyrs' Day. The photograph showed 3 soldiers wearing the US flag on their uniforms. Mayor of Chandigarh Municipal Corporation Poonam Sharma said the pictures might have been downloaded from the internet and led to this error. Lee Kuan Yew, the statesman who transformed Singapore from a small port city into a wealthy global hub, has died at the age of 91. The city-state's Prime Minister for 31 years, he was widely respected as the architect of Singapore's prosperity. But he was criticized for his iron grip on power. Under him, freedom of speech was tightly restricted and political opponents were targeted by the courts. A state funeral will be held on 29 March after a week of mourning. His son, Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong, paid tribute to him. Lee oversaw Singapore's independence from Britain and separation from Malaysia. His death was announced early on today. He had been in hospital for several weeks with pneumonia and was on life support. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said he was deeply saddened by Mr. Lee's death. US President Barack Obama described him as a giant of history. The China's Foreign Ministry called him a uniquely influential statesman in Asia. Now the top stories once again. Even as Joint Committee on ILP Systems is shouting hoarse not to sell land to outsiders, affluent company from outside is trying to buy land in Manipur to construct apartment buildings. That's all for now, and keep watching ISTV News Update.